So you can do your intro. Go ahead.
Well, that happened. SummerSlam, better than any WrestleMania recently.
Go again with a better than WrestleMania. First off, they're two different
Hold on,
spectacles.
D.
Second of all, it's
Don't
in
Ric
fucking
Flair me,
LA.
bro. Don't Ric Flair me, bro.
No.
I need
If I want to Ric Flair you, I can. Shut up.
I need to do the introductions because we have a person that we don't usually have on here. My friend on Twitter, Biff Lawson. I know him as Uncle Rudy.
Greetings, sir. How's it going?
Going shit-tastic. And my friend from Three Black Geeks, the usual host, and now I've taken over his show because he's a bag of dicks. D. Hi, D.
Hey, your mom's a bag of dicks.
bag of dicks.
That's my only response to that. Your mom's a bag of dicks.
All right.
Yeah.
So, SummerSlam. That happened.
WWE just decided to fuck up my little blog, and now I got to go right to the bare bone minimum and just delete everything and just start it off all over again. I can't predict shit no more.
That shit, like...
Is that a bad...
No, it's good. It's a good thing. I was ripped off at the beginning of the show until the end. It got really fucking good.
It was more of... Go ahead.
No, can I curse here? I didn't know if I can do that.
Yeah, go ahead. I think we've said fuck like 16 times already.
Oh, yeah, bag of dicks. That's a curse. My bad.
Then on top of that, I think Corey said something about raping a diva last time we did this.
Wait, what?
Who were you going to rape, Corey?
No one?
Say
yes.
Listen, look. I'm not sure if rape is okay anymore because I got sponsors now.
No, it's terrible. It's freaking terrible. I just wanted everybody to go back to our last show. Like, really?
Right?
This is a minute mark.
I think that should be edited out.
No. It's live. Let's go, man. SummerSlam. Can you believe? Yo, that match. John Cena.
Wait.
Right.
We're going in order.
Let's go in order. Okay.
We're going in order.
Any of y'all see the pre-show?
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw the pre-show. I ordered it on pay-per-view, recorded it, everything.
Yeah. I didn't get to the middle of the match, but I got to see the finish. And come on, if you didn't see Dean Ambrose calling his boys to help him out, come the fuck on. How can you not see that? But there was no way in the world that Rob Van Dam was going to get the belt because Rob is at that point where he doesn't need to have the belt to be fucking over. It's Rob Van Dam.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the Shield doing what the Shield does, man. You got to give it to him. And Rob Van Dam didn't lose any steam because of it. Neither did Ambrose. So it's kind of a best of both worlds for these guys.
Yeah, and notice that Rob Van Dam is progressively looking not old.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I was going to mention that to you, Corey, because remember when we recorded right after Money in the Bank, I was like, well, he looks slow. Then, like, the next night he fought Jericho, I was like, all right, Rob Van Dam was okay.
It was like somebody sent that to Rob Van Dam, and he was like, fuck you, Corey.
Or it's Rob Van Dam. He smoked weed before he went out there. One of the two.
I notice when RVD goes up for the 5-star frog splash now, Michael Cole goes, can anyone get higher than Rob Van Dam?
That's not an accident. Those guys leaving him alone now. He's an old fuck. They're not even testing him with the wellness business no more.
Yeah, I think weed is a fine now.
Yeah, you know when it comes to weed now, it's like, look, man, don't get caught by the cops. That's all we're saying.
And we're looking at you, Sabu.
Which makes me think. Actually, it makes me think that's the reason why Swagger got kind of demoted in that weird week of his when he got arrested by the cops. He was high out of his mind when he got pulled over. So it makes me think. Yeah, they bust your shit if you get caught by the cops. Yeah. Any other like a piss test? Nah, they won't even bother you. They don't give a fuck. Take out $1,000.
You know what? I think people are like, oh, the wellness policy is set up so the stars get over still. And I'm like, maybe not. Maybe they just have the swab test, which is easy as fuck to beat. Ever think about that?
Yeah, they probably do. But anyway, enough about getting high.
Because I got high. Because
Because I got high. Because I got high. Okay, that's good. I was gonna fuck some bitches. Let's stop this. Okay, go back to the next fucking thing. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna have a match with Dean Ambrose, but then I got high.
Oh Lord, Afro
Ooh.
Man. Oh, Afro Man. He's
Af-
living in a trash can somewhere.
He's dead. He actually died. Rest in peace.
Bull crap.
Rest in peace to Afro Man. He's dead now.
Bull crap. You mean his career died? Please don't.
No, the actor who played Afro Man died in 9/11.
Wait,
Oh my
what?
God, that's not funny, dude. No, don't even fuck with me like that. Hold on.
Let me look that up.
Looking it up right now.
I'm fucking with you. Come on, man.
Yeah,
don't
just
do that, man.
making sure. Weirder things have happened.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the first official match to SummerSlam was we're not calling it by that bullshit name. It was an Inferno match.
Ring
with
of
King.
Fire.
Ring of Fire. It didn't bother me to call it Ring of Fire, but yeah, why not an Inferno match? Why?
I think the reasoning behind that is because the Inferno match has been done. This is supposed to be a whole brand new concept, apparently, where the aim isn't to set the fucking guy on fire. It's just a settings, candle lighting, ambiance thing. It was kind of stupid.
And then on top, but outside the fire and being fucking fire, come on, that shit is hot no matter what. But um, I don't know. I didn't mind the match, but it felt like it should have needed more. I don't know what and I don't want to feel like an asshole that says like, oh man, it should have did this, it should have did that. I don't want to do that.
Not enough rest holds.
Well, you know what it is? It's like if you had a fucking match in a pool and no one got wet. Like, we wanted Barbecue Kane, man. Fuck. There's no fire. Nobody got set on fire. These dudes got a wet blanket and put out quarter of the ring and just went and beat up Kane. Like, they didn't even set him on fire. No casket, no tricks, no lightning, nothing.
No, sir. No, sir. They did. That was an asbestos blanket. That means 10 years from now they can get a cold.
They're gonna they're gonna die. They're gonna die on SmackDown from mesothelioma now. Like, what the fuck? I think that match stunk.
I don't know his WWE name, but I know when he was in Ring of Honor and all that, Brody Lee. I know he's going to be like it was because of the match. Coughing up his lung on live television.
Oh yeah.
But
the
match wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good as I was expecting. And I think that having a match like that with a stipulation like this on the third biggest pay-per-view your company has, it kind of killed.
Wait. Third
Royal Rumble.
Third.
I give SummerSlam over Royal Rumble. SummerSlam.
Personally, for me, Royal Rumble's my favorite one. So it's like fuck all the rest of them. So, but still, I really don't care, man.
I really hope WWE goes back to the 40-man this year.
That would be cool.
God, thank you. I ain't the only one that's thinking that.
That should remind me of WCW Revenge on the 64. You had the 40-man battle royal. It was more exciting.
My friend said, man, they should go all out and just do the World War type of the fall brawl type of match. I'm like, now you're talking insane. WWE's not doing that shit. They're not gonna call up all their wrestlers for NXT just so they can get tossed out the ring. That's stupid as hell. But yeah, the match didn't stink, but
the expectations.
Yeah, it was way too. The expectations for it was way too high. So yeah.
But the angle afterwards was absolutely fantastic.
Well, they kidnapped and raped Kane afterwards.
I wasn't the only one thinking that. I was like, oh, there goes Kane.
Oh God, the Wyatt family now has two members, Kane and Heidenreich.
Oh wow, Heidenreich reference. Heidenreich stunk.
Michael Cole better run.
Heidenreich. Wait a minute. Stop. Stop. Okay, the last time I seen Heidenreich, he was having a match with this fake Doink the Clown looking motherfucker.
No, the last time I saw Heidenreich, he was fondling Gene Snitsky.
Oh yeah, that was gay. That was a gay ass bromance. Gene Snitsky and Heidenreich whispering to each other in the back.
Whispering sweet nothings. I like your beard.
I like your teeth. that was gay.
Good question is this. Who's the better wrestler between them? Snitsky.
Snitsky was a good worker. That was like the fucking what's the guy's name? Iron Mike Sharp guy. He's a jobber, but he's like talented.
I would say Zach Gowen.
The one-legged motherfucker?
Yep.
Speaking about Zach Gowen, how could he lose the Royal Rumble if both feet have to hit the floor? Like, you'd have to throw him out over and over again because he'd get away on that stipulation. If he was in this 40-man Battle Rumble, he'd win.
Dude, you're like the fifth motherfucker that said that to me. You're like the fifth person that said that shit.
It's true. It's good booking, man.
You know, Vince, a part of me is thinking of Vince like, damn it, I could have made something out of that.
They still
like
can.
He doesn't,
okay.
Like it's like Vince doesn't say it out loud, but he's like personally kicking himself.
That's what his tagline is. It's him like brushing off all of his regrets, and there's a ton of them. Okay, next match.
You're like this memoirs. He's like, hey, dude, turn to page 150. He's like, you got me bullshitting. I knew it.
Cody Rhodes versus Damian Sandow.
I actually thought that was
a mustache-less Cody Rhodes.
That sucked.
I thought it was really good, but I really thought it was a really good, just straight up wrestling match. They just pulled off great moves back and forth, and they actually do have some type of legit chemistry with each other.
Yeah,
so
they're like best friends or something, aren't they?
I don't know.
I don't know about off camera, but they work with each other a lot.
I'm a mark.
We all are. Trust me.
We all are in our own ways. But I thought that was actually a pretty good match. I liked it. I personally liked it. So yeah, I don't know.
I thought that it was way too short. I think that the match they cut off a lot of minutes for the match for the two big matches for CM Punk and for Daniel Bryan.
I think it was a good match. Cody busted out some kind of cool moves that aren't seen that often. He hit that muscle buster.
Oh, he's been doing that a lot lately. I love that move.
Yeah,
and I said it was great to see a muscle buster without seeing Samoa Joe's fat fly around.
Oh yeah, it was crisp. It was crisp. And the disaster kick.
Damian Sandow, I think nobody gives him credit for his ring skills because he's such a pro on the microphone.
Sandow I think Sandow's like an old school guy. Like his motions in the ring, the way he hits moves, he's great. He's like a good worker. When he was back, doing the bullshit on SmackDown, I was like, yo, this guy's good. So hopefully, they make something of him and he's not just a good worker that goes nowhere.
Yo, did you see the promo with him and Flair for the WWE 2K14 reveal?
Everybody's talking about it. I haven't seen it yet. You told me about it last night, and I didn't look for it this morning, man. But yeah, somebody else mentioned that to me this morning. And I was like, damn, I gotta watch that.
Yeah,
but that you did bring up a good point. He does have this, and not to use his name, Flair. He does have this old school type of showmanship and wrestling skill that he has that a lot of people don't acknowledge that much. Well, they probably do, but it's just really weird how he just has it down packed at this point. And it's going to be really interesting when he gets that belt because he's going to get it. I just don't know how because it's WWE. I don't know how it's going to happen. Hope it's not something lame or something like that. But
Vince
whatever.
McMahon might actually forget that he has the briefcase and do the whole Raw GM thing and just have it expire.
You know what? They haven't done that yet. When a briefcase expires, it's coming. I don't know who it's going to be though.
When it happens, it's going to be like fucking Hornswoggle wins it, like they did with the cruiserweight title.
I think we're past the point of Hornswoggle winning anything that has any type of relevance on television.
Does
Yeah,
it make any of you cry that Hornswoggle is the person that retired the cruiserweight belt?
No,
it hurts me, but then again, at the same time, the cruiserweight division always stank in the WWE. They never had enough guys. It'd be going back and forth, back and forth. There
and
was
another
Apparently,
thing
one of
is,
the writers wanted to push like uh Ultimo Dragon, and when he came in, Vince just didn't understand the whole mask thing and just buried him.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, and I think one of the main reasons why it didn't also work is because Juventud Guerrero did a lot of stupid shit in
Yeah.
WWE, and he got a couple people hurt doing a lot of the shit he did.
And then
And they
afterward,
put a straight up muffler on half of the people on there. It's like you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're telling Billy Kidman that he can't do the fucking 7 year itch. 7 year itch. It's like what the fuck? Why in the hell not?
why
That's
did
his
you
main
just call
move.
it that?
I don't know.
What
Why
do you,
did you say the 7 year itch?
what do you say?
Are we playing WCW Thunder?
Thunder.
Pick me.
Yeah.
The only move you need is the 7-year itch.
PS1.
No, I dated myself by saying that shit.
You're old.
You're old. Shut the fuck up. Like, Dad, like, get in the back, Grandpa.
but
Talk about Harley racing your closet.
Nick Bockwinkel should be United States champion.
It still
Back in
kills me.
my day.
It actually kills me because I looked at old AWA shit and I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck did Nick Bockwinkel get away with half this shit? How old is he? He was like 59 years old, man, sagging in the ring, but he was kicking everybody's ass. I don't know how that shit worked in the 70s, man. I just don't. It was beyond my comprehension. Anyway, that's enough of that shit.
Okay, next match.
Yeah.
We're talking about a pay-per-view here. The World Heavyweight Championship, Alberto Del Rio versus Christian.
Now that match was a surprise. I didn't want to see that whatsoever, but it was good, and it was mostly good because Del Rio got the shit beat out of him, and his face was busted open.
Well,
Yeah.
no. He got the shit beat out of him last night in a bar with Drew McIntyre. That's the story behind those black eyes.
I'm sorry, what?
What
Yeah.
happened now? Tell the story, Corey.
He got in a bar fight with Drew McIntyre last night and got both of his eyes dotted.
So the 3-man band is done? Like, he's going to get fired for that? Did they fight each other, or like...
Some people are saying they fought each other. Some people are saying they fought others. Some people are saying that they fought a bunch of sailors like it was Shenmue or something.
HBK reference.
Do you know anybody that speaks Chinese?
Nope.
No, I'm more mad that you just said a Shenmue reference.
Double dose of 90. Shinmu and HBK losing his smile. What the hell?
The Dreamcast was awesome. All right, well, I tweeted that Alberto Del Rio, low-key, is one of the best workers in the WWE right now.
Yeah, I agree with it.
I'll give you that.
And I thought the way they did the intro package, I thought this was going to be like Christian's retirement match or something.
I mean, he seems to be winding down.
Yeah, I think it's just his last run. That's what I really think it is. I think he's just winding down. Like, you know what? Time to go. Because that's the reason why I thought he wasn't going to get the belt. Because like, if he gets the belt, he's probably going to have it for like a couple months, then retire. So what's the fucking point? But then again, I can never predict when somebody's going to fucking retire in WWE. So I had no idea what was going to go on.
And then the promo Alberto Del Rio gave after the match confused a lot of people because he's supposed to be heel, and that was sort of a face promo. But someone said, well, is he a heel or is he a face? And I was like, I think he's doing the angle that they haven't done much recently, where he's a heel, but he's trying to pander for the crowd, you know?
I don't know what Del Rio's doing. I really don't give a shit. He's still boring to me. As much as a great wrestler he is, I'm fucking bored with him. I have no idea why WWE just insists to give him some type of goal. And I want to say yes because of the Spanish audience, but it's like, yo, does he really need the fucking gold for that shit? Does he? There are plenty of guys
I think so.
deserve.
You know why?
I don't.
Because they find a way to get the goddamn great Khali on every goddamn show. So
God damn it. Yes.
They should bring back the oddities.
Yeah, they're basically the oddities.
Every time Great Khali wrestles, I can see Giant Baba in the grave flipping over 50 times every time he gets in the ring. This dude fucking sucks.
He has stilts for legs. He's dangerous. He's killed a guy. He sucks.
There's only you know what I can give Khali this. When he talks, that is fucking comedy gold. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
You know what's
When he
funny
talks-
is that sometimes you can make out what he's saying.
How?
Never
I
once
don't
for me.
speak because I think Indian people are like, what?
But isn't the great Khali like? See, Alberto Del Rio is a Mexican aristocrat, so he's like a Antonio Banderas, rich motherfucking Spanish guy. But isn't the great Khali just like an exploited Indian stereotype?
Yeah, because Vince still thinks that stereotypes pass in this day and age. That's why JTG still has a job. Hey, what? The nigga is still signed. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he's doing to stay there in the locker room. It's like, who's pulling that dude to the side and saying, "Don't worry"? I don't get it.
That is like the world's greatest question that we will never have an answer to.
They fired Shad, right? Shad is gone.
Oh,
he's long gone.
Oh, he's long gone, man.
He got in a fight with John Cena, and you know what happens when you do that.
I don't know. You get in a fight with John Cena. I'm sorry. Kenny Dykstra fucked up all rumors when it comes to John Cena with me because Kenny Dykstra just fucked it up. All the trans talking. Yeah, he was fucking Mickey, and he was slapping people in the face, and he pissed in Nikki's coffee. This motherfucker's mean as shit. I'm like, yo, damn, Kenny, calm down.
We know you want your job.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. You can just go to TNA, work out with them, man. They can give you a job. Oh,
unless you break your neck.
Oh, but anyway, but yeah.
Shout out to Jesse Sorensen.
But the whole match with that was fucked up with that. Anyway, we gotta do another TNA show. You know that, right?
Yes.
Because right after we did that,
a lot more shit happened.
Yeah, Victoria
Brooke Hogan's gone.
I'm sorry, what?
Brooke Hogan's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't give a shit.
TNA stinks.
Dude, it is bad because I defend TNA, but really, in reality, every time I say, hey, come on, guys, they still got this in the back of my head. It's like, yo, D, shut the fuck up.
Yo, I just want to say, how lucky are we that TNA insisted that the talent exchange between Ring of Honor ended right as CM Punk got hot in the Indies.
Wait a minute. Yeah. That was just weird. It was just weird. But Punk wasn't going to stay in TNA. At least what I saw or some shit, he wasn't going to stay there.
But it's better that he never really had a stint there, because if he did, he'd be like Damaged Good almost. You know, like
I remember right after the big promo happened, TNA put on this big package for CM Punk Week on their DVD service.
Yeah. WWE let him go do it, man.
And I'm like, what do you have? Like 40 minutes of content?
Well, it was the only match that he had of any worth over there, at least what I know, was him versus God, was that Raven? I think that was it.
Yeah, that was the Clockwork Orange match.
I don't know whatever weird shit Raven thought up, man. You know, whatever. It's Raven, man.
Yeah,
You let it go. You let it go with
Raven's
him.
awesome
Raven's awesome.
and
In WC,
not awesome at the same time.
I know how somebody said he's like, oh man, he was hot in WWF. Really? I saw him in
No.
WCW.
He got a big reaction when he debuted, and then nothing. He got dreads, and he hosted Heat for like 2 weeks.
But no, man, this wrestling was awesome. Anyway, that's enough of that shit. So what's the next match after Christian Del Rio?
It's a match no one cares about. Brie Bella versus Natalia. Natalia won. Great for her. No one gives a shit.
Yeah,
0
we don't
out
even
of
have
0.
to talk about
Next
that.
match. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk.
But I wanted to talk about it. So,
no one wanted to talk about that.
there's nothing, but you know, see, the more intelligent thing about that is there is nothing to talk about in that match.
It
No,
was a
for real.
regular Divas match.
Yeah.
It's just that Natalia didn't fuck up the ending.
Wait a minute. How did she fuck up the ending?
She remember on Raw, she let go of the sharpshooter before the ref could count the tap out, so they had to redo the spot.
I'm sorry, Corey. You were taking into account that I gave a shit about Divas matches on a regular basis.
Hey, nigga, you asked. You fucking asked.
Hey, ask a dumb question. Anyway.
Monster ass nigga.
Anyway. Brock on the Beast versus the Best. Okay, Corey.
Match of the year.
It's been about an hour and a half, dog.
Match of the year.
Haven't came off that ladder yet, huh?
Match of the year.
Honestly speaking, match of the year by far.
I don't want to call it match of the year. I don't.
Name a better match. Not Japan, not Divas. Name a better match than that.
Well, when you mentioned Divas, I can't mention the
Alicia Fox had a really great match.
I was about to say I can't mention the awesomeness of Oksana versus Natalia.
Oh my, yeah, that was good. That was Superfly Jimmy Snuka versus Bob Backlund. That was good. Classic shit.
Okay, all right. While I'm on it, Oksana. Okay, you're trying. That's all I can say. ... You're trying. ...
You're trying. Get naked.
Shut up and just show your chest. That's all we care about. I don't know why they decided, hey, get in the ring. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like get naked or start a phone sex service. You know, some people are into that accent.
Or learn fucking English like a normal person that comes to this country.
Yeah, like Goldust told you to.
Like Goldust told you to.
While we're on the topic of Goldust, can I just say fuck Goldust? He's a dick.
What happened?
I fucking emailed this stupid son of a bitch. Whatever reason, like I was like, let's do a podcast with Goldust because Goldust is nobody now. He was funny and he had some cultural relevance. And Goldust was a complete dick to me. Like he's like, oh, I don't want to do this show unless like he gave me mad provisions and basically told me to fuck myself after I couldn't like accommodate everything he wanted me to do.
What did he want?
What the hell did he want?
It was a fucking list of shit promotional. Like he wanted access to my shit. I'm like, it's my fucking podcast. You can't have access and you can't do anything with it. You fucking talk to me and I edit it how I want. He was an asshole. And basically, after we didn't come to terms in the email, he just publicly tweeted me, "Well, I'll never appear on the your podcast or some shit." And his faggot fans like tweeted me like "burn" and shit like that. But Goldust is a dick, and I unfollowed him on Twitter, and I'm gonna kick his ass if I see him.
So you're never gonna pick him again in a video game?
Oh, I'm gonna pick him. I'm gonna use Goldust, and I memorized his moveset, and if he's not in the game, I'm gonna create him. So, but he's still a dick.
I'm just saying, man. He's not a dick. You know why? He's not a dick. You know why?
What's that? Well, he's a diva.
Him versus Roddy Piper.
Oh, Hollywood backlot brawl, man. That shit.
You know what? I don't know why everybody liked that match. I really wasn't a fan of that match. Even as a kid, I wasn't a fan of that match. I don't know why everybody brings that shit up. It's like, oh my god, greatest shit of all time. I'm like, what?
It was the first real shenanigans of the Attitude Era. So
I guess I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, enough about Goldust being a dick.
how great was Brock Lesnar?
He was awesome.
You know what? He looked good. He actually legitimately looked good. It's probably because Punk wrestles at a different pace than Triple H. That's probably the reason why it looked like it was more. I don't know. It could have been anything. He just looked. He looked better. He actually looked better. Like he gave a shit about the match.
Yeah, because instead of like if he was working with John Cena or something, CM Punk works where it's like spot, short rest, and it keeps going. Where Cena would be like spot, take a break, get your breath, spot, take a break, get your breath. And that's not the down Cena, that's a good match style, and we'll get into that with his match against Daniel Bryan. But I think that brought more of the intensity to the brawl style of matches that Brock Lesnar's been working than anyone else has. And also, there was a technical side to this. I marked for the triangle choke. Absolutely marked for it.
There was a lot of.
My bad, I cut that part. But go ahead.
No, you got it, man. I'm sorry, man. I didn't even say that. I stopped because I was about to say something.
It was a good spot, the triangle, definitely, that they mix some MMA aspects into the match. I actually thought for a second Lesnar was going to tap. I'm like, oh shit, wow, they're going all out with the MMA business.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too. I really, you got to kind of praise Punk for it, letting Brock beat the shit out of him a little bit. Just a little bit in this game. And I said in the whole match, and I was saying at the end of it, like, I'm pretty sure something is dislocated on Punk. I'm not really sure, but something's not in this place with Punk right now.
I think that match was like amazing for one reason. Because they always have the Hell in a Cell pay-per-views and all that shit that has no reasoning behind it. This match is the one match that makes you say, yo, they need a fucking cage or a cell to keep Paul Heyman out of the match. Paul Heyman interfered so much that there's got to get him out of the equation somehow. And that was like the psychological thing. I would want to see that match next month again in a Hell in a Cell to get the fucking Paul Heyman out of here.
Yeah, I would be surprised if there isn't another CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar match.
You think so?
Somebody said Survivor Series on Twitter. I was like, that's a little bit too far apart. I don't think WWE. Well, it all falls on when what it says in Brock's contract. Really, that's where it really falls under. But even with Punk, I was actually surprised Punk lost his match. But thinking of how Brock stays on TV. He loses a match, he wins the match, he loses the match, he wins the match. And I was thinking like, well, we're on win at this point. So if he wins, I'm not going to be too fucking shocked.
Right.
And he won that way. And I was like, well, all right then. Well, all right then, he won. But I think, there was a lot of shit that Punk let Brock do, pretty much. Brock, to really see how strong Brock is and to really exploit his bigness and all that, you got to let him throw you around and shit. You can't do that with Triple H. You can't do that with Cena. They're just a little bit too bulky for that. Punk, oh yeah, you can do that all day with him. And then the fact that it was sad, I hate to say it, but it was like David and Goliath. You actually had to root for David at this point. You really was like on Punk's side, like, yeah, let the small guy beat the shit out of the big guy, no matter what. And you was really behind it the whole time. And you kind of needed Paul Heyman there to be that asshole to fuck up everything. And yeah, the next fight they do, it needs to be in a steel cage or something. Something has to prevent Paul from fucking up.
A ring of fire.
No, they need that fucking Paul Bearer cage.
No. Put him in the Michael Cole cage of I forgot what he called that shit.
The coal mine.
Coal mine.
Yeah.
The coal mine. Yeah, the coal mine. You know what? It's sad that people are letting go of what Michael Cole has done the last 4 years. We're slowly forgetting about
Yo,
how
I
much
like
we
that
could have
Michael
fucking
Cole.
stand him.
I
He's like,
hated it.
oh, I hated Michael Cole that whole damn time. Hey, WWE did their job. I fucking couldn't stand him. Thank God Michael Cole is Michael Cole again, where it's like, shut up. So
Yeah, I was like, sometimes it got too far because he brought too much attention away from matches. But
yeah,
also, I thought what he did that wasn't too far was entertaining.
yeah. But enough of that shit.
But
The next time we're
um,
going to see the good question is, when's the next time you think we'll see this match? Will it be next month or Survivor Series? I guess.
I don't think they're gonna save it for a big pay per view. They're trying to sell the smaller ones. You know, they're gonna put that shit on.
yeah,
Maybe not Night of Champions, but the one after that, whatever's in October.
because remember they did work
I don't. It's in October.
Lesnar's
Check it out.
debut at Extreme Rules, so
Yeah, they wasted that.
that was a good match.
Yeah, but I spent $65 on WrestleMania. I wasn't gonna fucking buy Extreme Rules too. With it 2 weeks
man.
later.
Oh my god.
Yo, D and I
Thank
was
God.
talking last night about how WWE needs to bring back In Your Houses just for the discounted prices.
$20, $15. I wouldn't mind. Shit.
I don't know. It's like, come on, Vince, you get more buyouts, or you get more buyouts. I don't know. I don't know the whole math, the whole mathematical setup between that. But come the fuck on, WWE. Come on, you're killing us. You're killing us. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. If not, we're gonna go to the streams and you're gonna shut them down. You're gonna have more pissed off people. Then you see this cycle of psychotic mess that we're doing right now. Anyway, but I think they would do it. Next month or the month. Yeah, I don't see him doing that Night of Champions. There'll be no point of that, but I don't know. Who knows? But then if you're gonna wait after Night of Champions and do the October one, you might as well do it in November, where it's the bigger show.
True.
So
True.
I have no fucking idea. But they needed, we need to see a rematch of that match. It was pretty fucking good. I don't want to say it was 5 stars, Corey.
It was.
That match was greatness, man. It was so well booked. Fucking Punk looked like Wolverine for one. He shaved the fucking Wolverine haircut onto himself. He had the blue and yellow on the trunks, and he's doing the fucking.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
He had the come here, let's go, come motherfucker. He was like, it was a good match, man. It was
Brock
great.
Lesnar Sabretooth.
And the chair shots at the end. He put this motherfucker away.
Yeah.
Extremely unrelated. Did anyone find out who the fuck that character is that accommodates with that comes with Sabretooth in Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
The fuck?
The chick with the gun?
Yeah. Who is that?
Who is that? I have no fucking
Paul Heyman.
Birdie! Got him, boss! I don't his name was Birdie. I don't know who the fuck it is, man. I don't know comic books well enough to. I don't know. And let me get it right. I don't know Sabretooth well enough to know who the fuck that is. But anyway, guys, I don't know who the fuck it is.
I've heard that it's like some non-canonical character.
Anyway, but the chair shots were awesome. I love one of the chair shots where it looked like it actually, Punk sold it well.
Yeah.
It looked like it hit Punk directly in the fucking head, man. I think Punk just sold that well, though.
Remember, when CM Punk was on the top rope and Brock Lesnar put up the chair and he fell on top of Brock Lesnar?
That was a good spot. You know what else was a good spot in the match? When Punk went for the steel steps and he acted like he couldn't lift them. You know, he fucking barely got him up and gave Brock the time. Instead of just standing there like a dick, he stumbled with the steps and then Brock comes and spears him. It was a good spot. It was a good match.
I'm gonna say this. Ever since Punk brought the GTS into his arsenal, I'm going to say that Brock Lesnar sold it the best.
You really think so? I don't think it even touched his chin.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the sell he did because everybody just like flops back and it's like
it's unrealistic. Yeah, but Brock
and Brock Lesnar just fell forward. He just froze and then fell forward.
But that's what's so good about the match. It was so many elements. It was Japan. It was UFC. It was classic WWE shit. And the finish, the F5 onto the steps. I mean, the chair. It was fucking. It was amazing. He hit that well. It was a great match.
And there was just so many levels of storytelling. That's why I say it's a 5-star match.
One more spot. When Brock was gonna hit him with the F5 and he grabbed Heyman's tie. Yeah. Yo, that humanized Brock in the same breath. Brock is like, oh shit, I care about Heyman, so I'm not gonna just just do this F5. So he actually put him down.
Like begging to let him down so he could let go.
Like, you're choking me. That's the
main reason why I said I didn't mind that Paul Heyman was in this match being so involved that he was. You had to have him there because, well, first off, he's the fucking instigator. He's the one that caused all this shit in the first place. And to see him get some type of comeuppance in the match, it had to happen.
Oh, the Anaconda Vice. But what was funny was that you could hear CM Punk telling Paul what to do during the Anaconda Vice so he doesn't actually choke himself out.
I know that was the only one that noticed that because the way he did it, he said, "Move, Paul." That's what I heard.
And also, another moment of Botchamania, everyone talks too much when CM Punk was punching.
Everything is going to be just fine.
Oh shit!
The fuck?
My bad. My DVR came back on. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
But I don't know how to tell you this, but Del Rio's coming in there and he sounds like he's happy.
No.
Real quick, a part of me, because I'm a fucking 4-year-old every time I see him, a part of me thought that Rey Mysterio was going to come out when he was talking like that. I forgot.
For Del Rio?
I don't know. Yeah, you know when Del Rio was talking like, I'm the real champion from Mexico and all that shit? And I really thought that Rey Mysterio in LA was going to come out there.
They're going to save that for Raw.
Is he cleared to come back, Ray?
I don't know, but he was doing all the SummerSlam access shit.
That motherfucker's been injured since 2008. Since he won the title.
Man, motherfucking Rey Mysterio, man. Like I said, I love him, man, but I swear to God, if the wind blows the wrong way, he will dislocate his hip. I don't understand it.
He is the midget Kevin Nash.
Man, yeah.
I give it to you.
I can see that, man. Kevin Nash, like Kevin Nash pulls his quad and Rey Mysterio rips his abdomen. They're on the ground. And here's Ray. In many ways, you and I are alike.
And then Kevin Nash is like, but I still took your mask, bitch.
You're still a vanilla midget. Hold on. Insult to injury. Your mama ain't shit.
Kevin Nash. And it's always a shoot.
It's always a shoot with his ass. Anyway.
Would you like to see the text message my little sister Celine sent me? But no, back to what I was saying. When CM Punk was hitting Brock Lesnar in the face, you could hear him yell out, "Put your fucking hands up." Because Brock Lesnar was just standing there like he was posing for GQ or something.
Oh, yeah.
With his hands down and shit.
It was a hell of a match.
You needed Punk to get tossed around the way he did too, man. Just so he can come back and have the badass come. It's a great match. I don't know what's blocking me for saying it was 5 stars.
Because really, this match, CM Punk worked this match exactly the same way he worked with Undertaker. Exactly the same.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it's just the element of what Brock Lesnar could bring as opposed to what Undertaker at 65,
48. How old is the fucking Black Undertaker? He's like, I don't even know. He's an old grandpa.
I don't know, man. All I know, he looks like Bryan Cranston on motherfucking
Yeah, he does. Yo, but Brock can go still. Brock can really go. I expected him to fucking bring out a shooting star press in this match. I was like, into it.
I was like, please, Brock, if you love me, if there's any part of you that loves your fans, get on that third rope and do what you do best. Fall directly on your goddamn neck. I was hoping he did it. Nah, of course I wanted him to.
It's still a better shooting star press than Billy Kidman at the end of his career.
All right. Didn't he
Hey,
kill one of the FBI guys? Oh no,
No,
it was
no, it was Paul London.
no, it's Jamie Noble. It's Jamie Noble he killed.
No, he concussed Paul
Yeah.
London.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was Paul London.
he concussed London, but I don't know what he did to Jamie Noble. I have no idea what he did to Jamie Noble.
Jamie Noble's just Jamie Noble.
It's Jamie Noble, man. You following him the right way, you'll break his back if you wanted to. Jamie Noble, man.
And you know what? Any type of brain damage you cause to Jamie Noble, Jamie Noble will just be normal.
Thinking of Jamie, I always thought Jamie Noble would be one of those guys like, you hit me, I'll just become stronger than I ever was before. I thought he was like that. All right.
Next match is Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn versus Big E Langston and AJ.
I don't know about you guys, but I was not into this at all because they had Big E go over Dolph on Raw. I was out of it. I was like, I don't want to see this now.
I got to be really, really honest. I didn't even look up at the TV. I was like really like texting and doing some other shit, trying to put my kids to bed and other bullshit. I wasn't even really giving a fuck about the match.
Funny story.
I don't know what happened.
Funny story, what was going on at the Collier residence when all of this was happening is that I took this as my Divas break and went
wow.
And I went to go make me some food. And in the middle of it, I set the fire alarm off and had to talk to some firemen. Yeah.
Really?
That's really gay. That you tried to make a fireman calendar during that Dolph Ziggler match. That's kind of gay, but
I'm just like I don't know what happened in this match except for the Ziggler hit the zigzag at the end.
That's all the match was. It was a fucking punch, kick, zigzag.
This is a build up to a zigzag.
Hey, question.
It's kind of sad because I actually enjoyed Caitlyn and AJ last month at Money in the Bank. I actually really enjoyed that match.
I was there, and that fucking match had some heat to it. Surprisingly, the crowd was up for that match. And then when she hit that fucking what was that submission? That technical neck breaker.
Black Widow.
Yeah, she hit the Black Widow. I was like, wow, the crowd was into it.
Actually, I think that's what is it? It's an octopus hold, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
more or less.
But she calls it the Black Widow.
Yeah, I know she called it the Black Widow.
But I'm just like, I like everybody in this match in their singles. Like, in their singles matches. But as a tag match, I don't care.
They put Big E over him, man. He pinned Ziggler with his fucking finisher, and that was it. Once I saw that, I'm like, what are they building towards? A tag match now?
Right.
I wanted to see Big E, and they could have had a good build-up package. He turned on him. It could have been a good one-on-one match. But they did nothing with it. Much like with the Cody Rhodes and Sandow match, they didn't put a pre-match package to show the build-up of the match. I'm like, you had an amazing build-up to the match.
That bugged me about that match.
They did nothing.
Cody and Damian, I can let that go. We kind of been seeing it, over and over again. With this one, it involves two parties, and when it involves two extra people on it, you could actually build up to something. But yeah, it went nowhere. I didn't even give a shit about the match. To be honest with you, I didn't even know this shit was even booked.
You know what the most memorable thing about this is that AJ actually wore the Divas belt around her waist.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even give two shits.
And I think she's the first person to do that. And I was like, looking at it, I was like, I now know why nobody does it, because it looks like shit when it's worn correctly.
Like what I say, you ever noticed that? Yeah, you know that is true, because
they never even unbuckled it before. It was just like permanently propped up.
Yeah, Michelle McCool never wore that around her waist. There was a reason behind it. I think more than that, I think it's probably an uncomfortable ass belt to wear. Probably.
Yeah.
It seems
most of the belts they're making now seems like that.
It seems like it's sort of like the Jeff Hardy belt, where it just feels like it just looks like that just looks like it will poke you in the stomach too
You
much or something.
you know the story like with the old TNA World Title, you know, the gold and silver one. It's funny because nobody wore that around their waist because it was too long and it would look like, you know how you tie your shoestrings with the loops too long?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how it'd look.
yeah, just like it just looks like it's just propped. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it's
So,
just got this long strap flapping behind you. Yeah.
but I really didn't give a shit about this match. I really didn't.
No one
And
did.
I agree. It was completely. It's like they killed Ziggler for me, man. I don't even care about him no more.
Yeah.
you know
And
what? It's kind of funny about that. But I was going to say something about that. See, Ziggler, I don't know. This is a weird situation with him where you there's got to be a method to this type of madness where you just let all the air out. What did he do? Did he slap somebody? Did he cough? What did he do? Because it seems like okay, you got all this people cheering you on. You're good. You're over. Now let's bust you down a little bit with a boring ass motherfucking feud.
I think people expected him and Big E
Understand?
to be a bigger deal.
Probably. And I think WWE has this idea of like, well, AJ's in a match, so yeah, the guys are gonna like it.
And has anyone noticed, like week after week, Dolph Ziggler more in mostly in his looks, but also in his mannerisms and how he works a match, is looking more and more like Brian Pillman.
You think so? Wow, that's weird.
Really, really, I don't know if that's a compliment. Actually, I'm talking about as wrestling wise. Is that a compliment?
Well, I mean,
I guess so. Because I like Brian Pillman when I was a kid, so I always took him as like a Rick Rude type person. You know what I mean? Just very, very technical, very powerful for his size. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's the way I always took Dolph. So, but what was the match? The match was the final. After that was Cena and Daniel Bryan, wasn't it?
yep.
Oh.
And our next match, the main event for the WWE Championship, John Cena versus Daniel Bryan with Triple H as the special guest referee, who I forgot he was the special guest referee until he held Daniel Bryan's hand up at the end.
Yeah. When the ending, all right, the match itself was good. It wasn't as good as Punk and Lesnar, but the match itself was good. But I couldn't believe the ending of the match. He beat Cena clean with a knee to the head, like he was Kenta, and it was real Japan shit. I loved it. It was
Japanese as hell, especially with the smacking.
Oh, I marked out for that. I was like, wow, these dudes are going at it.
I put it up on Twitter. I was like, hey, right before any of that shit happened, I was like, hey, Daniel Bryan, you might want to unzip that New Japan Pro Wrestling Noah bag that you have and just show us what you got. And who thought it, I want to know who between the two said, all right, we're going to do the slaps like Antonio Inoki. You ready for that shit?
They foreshadowed it on Raw when he said, "Yeah, I'm going to slap you in the face," and I'm thinking, "Oh man, that's that New Japan shit." But
you know what I liked was like after the first slap, Selena slapped Daniel Bryan, and he was looking at Daniel like, "Come on, do it," and then he actually did it, and Cena almost smiled.
Yeah.
Like he was like, he respects me now. Like,
I think but it's kind of funny every time I say it's I use the Groundhog's Day logic when it comes to John Cena. When the crowd when there's a main event and the crowd there's more people booing him than is cheering him, then that means that John Cena is actually going to fucking wrestle tonight. That's what happened. Like,
yeah, that's
there
right.
we go. He actually showed something. There you go, John.
But Cena did. He did some chain wrestling. He did some good stuff. That the German suplexes, man, it was a hell of a match for Cena. Honestly speaking, I thought he legit knocked Daniel Bryan out with the leg drop to the head, off the top rope. It looked so crisp. I was like, yo, he's legitimately knocked out. He's not kicking out, but he kicked out.
If Daniel's not seeing stars, where if he's not seeing stars, he's seeing double. Something's fucked up in that head. It is, man.
Daniel,
because he hit him cleanly with that.
You can say this with both of the two big matches of the night is that they were worked very stiff.
They were. Cena had the little black eye thing going. It was very stiff. It was amazing, honestly speaking. The slaps. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that as a fan of Daniel Bryan, and it was amazing, man. Honestly.
Boy, but the kick at the end, good God, man, that was
Dude,
awesome.
it was brutal.
And and I put it up on Twitter. Somebody said, like, well, fuck. I was like, fuck all that. I got to see Daniel Bryan go New Japan on somebody. I'm happy. I don't care.
Me too. The Randy Orton cashing in the Money in the Bank doesn't matter. In my mind, that shit ends with the knee to the head and the fucking confetti.
Hey, Rudy, thanks for fucking up the segue.
Oh, sorry. Let's work some podcast magic, and that part's gonna magically disappear. Go.
Fuck it. We're all good. It's all good. It's all good.
No one gives a shit. No one listens to this anyway.
Actually, that's more my fault, Corey. Actually, Corey, that's more my fault. I have been fucking lazy. I've been fucking terribly lazy with this podcast. This is supposed to be my baby, and I'm not taking care of it. Right now, my baby's out shooting heroin in the corner. I'm like, he's all right, he's fine. Boys will be boys. I need to actually do shit about my damn podcast.
Be a good parent. Be a good parent.
Exactly. I'm in more focus on the other part, the Three Black Geeks podcast, making sure we get everything done every week and doing blogs and shit. I'm not
Stop
giving a fuck.
letting your kids listen to Eminem.
Stop letting your kids listen to Eminem and Pink Floyd and that damn John Denver.
We all need education.
John Denver.
I don't know. I was thinking
violent video games.
I was thinking like, who is the whitest artist I can think of right now? I was like, John Denver? All right, cool. What about that?
Ted Nugent.
I was actually going to say Perry Como. Oh, God, that would have been perfect. Anyway.
But no.
Yeah.
After the match,
I knew
Triple H turned on him. Yeah.
First off, I knew Randy was going to show up no matter what. If he was going to cash it in or not, I knew Randy was going to show up. Let me just get that out the way.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to walk down that goddamn aisle.
And
what I was.
He did show up. He put he lifted the briefcase over his head and then he left. And I thought that was it.
You like me, Corey, where you're looking at the corner of the TV? Come on, copyright. Come on, copyright.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I did that. I'm like, all right, it's over. It's over. Yay. What?
I was like, I knew it.
Fuck you, because there was no corner I was looking at. I would be looking at because my stream died right as Daniel Bryan won.
Well, lucky fucking you, Corey.
Yeah.
You had a happy ending.
I had to read the results of Randy Orton cashing in and winning off of fucking Twitter.
And all he saw was no. And there's that one prick. He'd be like, yes, this is real wrestling now.
Yeah, and you know who you are, Jay Skills.
Jay Skills.
Oh, God, man. I was sitting there to myself. I was sitting there, and the second he turned, if you saw it, he just yanked Daniel around. I was like, I knew it. And he pedigreed him. Randy came in there, 1, 2, 3. So, here's my thing. Why are you people sitting around surprised?
Why are you angry?
This is the WWE. This is World Wrestling Entertainment. What makes you think that you was going to get a happy ending out of this?
And also, what makes you angry? I mean, why are you angry? Because it's like, yeah, we all want Daniel Bryan to win, have the title for a very long time. But also, it's like, would you rather have the right person have the title or have great television? And that was the difference between Bret Hart being champion and Shawn Michaels being champion. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't know about that. Actually, I don't know about that last part. See,
no,
there's a lot of back and forth.
I give it to you.
That's different.
I think they pretty much made sure that everybody's going to be tuning in tomorrow. Because it's like now, everybody that wants Daniel Bryan to be the champion realizes that, okay, the likelihood of him winning the championship back from Randy Orton is much higher than him beating John Cena back for the title. If he would have lost to Cena, that would be pretty much bye-bye Daniel. But since it's him and Orton going back at it, they're going to be tearing it up the next few months, seemingly, and hopefully. That's going to be good. My question is, what happens to Cena?
I think Cena's going to go on vacation for a little bit. He needs it.
And also, I hear he's going to get surgery on his elbow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cena pretty much needs it.
Yep.
He doesn't. And it's once again, this is one of those cases where Cena has to put somebody over for him to go off somewhere or whatever. Go fuck off for a little bit, because that's what Cena does. And I just think
he broke his neck on purpose.
I think, but really with Randy having the belt back, it makes me happy because of one thing. Number one, Randy's a full-fledged heel now, so there's none of that in-between shit, and everybody's like
which is much appreciated. I appreciate the hell out of that for Randy, and kudos to him.
Number two, I like it when Randy actually fucking wrestles people, and you can see it in some of his matches where he just gets bored and does the regular mundane shit that he does. But then when he fights like certain people, and I can't really name off the top of my head the people that he gets excited to wrestle, he actually gets to break out more of his repertoire, and it's really not that much.
And then usually what WWE does,
but with him being a heel, it's a lot more funner. It's a lot more fun.
And also, usually what WWE does is when he finds that person that he's excited to work with, they just work him with that person every Monday for about 2 months. Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody told me a long time ago, like, man, because one of my favorite feuds actually came from Randy. It was him and Christian. I loved every second of that feud. Everybody else was like, oh, it was boring. It was the same old shit. I'm like, fuck you. This is textbook wrestling. Sit your ass down. Take notes. They're doing everything by the book, and I was loving it. So hopefully
I have a question. I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
What direction do you think they're going to go? A more corporate route, or with Vince McMahon in it, or
definitely,
or Evolution?
I think they're going to corporate.
Corporate, because it's very obvious now that Vince literally bent us all over and fucked us in the ass. Like, yeah, you thought I was gonna do it.
It was me, Austin.
It was me.
You thought I was gonna fight with my son-in-law, huh? Fuck you. This is WWE. I win.
So what I think's gonna happen? I think Orton comes out tomorrow in a suit, dressed up nice with clean shaven, fucking buzz cut head dude, and he's like, you know what? I'm the champion. This is finally bringing respect to this title. I don't rap. I'm not a goat. He's gonna do that thing tomorrow, hopefully.
So he's gonna be the Rock without the funny quotes.
Yeah.
This ain't sing along with the Rock.
But you think the thing is, Orton is legit. I think he's going to go the route Brock Lesnar did when he came back, and he's going to say legitimacy, and he's here to bring prestige back to the title and so forth.
Hey, wait. Speaking of that title run with the Rock, before the pay-per-view, I went online and looked at some videos, and I was watching Botchamania, and Matthew has this video on his channel of Isaac Hayes at this WWF WrestleMania Rage party.
What?
Okay.
And Isaac Hayes is like performing Chocolate Salty Balls.
Hey, yo.
And then later on, Big Pun is performing.
What type of shit is that?
This was before like WrestleMania 19 in Philadelphia.
Really?
Or not 19.
It's like 15.
No, it can't be 15.
14.
Can it be?
14 was in not Chicago. What was 14?
It was the one before WrestleMania 2000.
15.
All right. Yeah, it was that one. I was like, XV. What does that mean in Roman numerals?
No, public school. How you failed me, huh?
Every now and then, every now and then I do that. I actually have to say that. But the one thing I do is pretty much what Steve Smith did on American Dad. Like, wait a minute, I touched that. I'm like, wait a minute, my hand touched a boob. The transitive properties, I got some boob. Algebra's awesome. But that's the only way I can use algebra. So yeah, public school has failed us all. Um, but that's the only direction you can go in is the whole corporate thing. The one interesting thing is, well, e- even though it doesn't sound like a big deal, but where does Stephanie fit into all of this? Because she is like the middle one. Like, oh, Daddy was, yeah, because they made us, the crowd, think that it was Vince versus Triple H the whole time.
Because it's
And
got to
then
be
again,
one of them on his side.
yeah. And then again, it makes me think like, well, Stephanie, like probably Stephanie didn't know about it, or Stephanie was behind all this shit, or Vincent on Triple H was
I
like,
would
hey,
like to welcome you to the new owner of Extreme Championship Wrestling, Stephanie
Why
McMahon.
the fuck was she the owner of ECW? That still, they had Heyman already as the mouthpiece. It could have been
yeah,
three grown men doing grown men things. The representative
yeah,
face. They didn't need Shane or Stephanie at that point. It pissed me. Oh, they could have all been WWE and let Heyman and Bischoff been the leaders of WCW and ECW. That still pisses me off.
yeah. I remember that shit. I wasn't watching wrestling at that time, but I didn't give a fuck. Thank you.
A lot of people share the same sentiments.
I mean, the whole invasion thing, I really didn't like. I actually
No one
didn't
did.
like. I really didn't. There's very few people that I do knew who actually really legitimately likes the invasion, the whole invasion
Plus,
plot. I hate
Bagwell
it.
should have been used more.
I don't know how you could have made it better. And it was one of those things where I thought if they did it differently, it would have been a lot better. But I wouldn't be able to tell you what they could have done.
No,
The invasion would have been a lot better if they brought in,
not even.
Hostess and La Parka.
They got it right that one night when they formed ECW. No one saw
Yeah,
that shit coming.
that
It
was
was all the ECW guys coming from the WWE and the WCW. They
You
came
know what was
together.
perfect about that? Because everybody watching that Raw realized that everybody in that ring was ECW alumni right as they turned.
Exactly. It was perfect. They got it right that one night. And when Stephanie said, I am the new owner of EP, that fucking killed it. It ruined everything.
It was like, shut up, Stephanie, be hot.
Yeah, she had tits. She had the fucking jugs at the time. She had the
Yeah.
Z cups.
now they're D and they're fantastic.
Oh, love them.
The things I would do.
Actually, Corey, did you see that tweet I put up? It was like one Monday. I think it was like probably a couple Mondays ago, where I saw Stephanie. I was like, Stephanie, just take off the jacket.
Yes.
That's all I want. Just the jacket. I'm not asking for no cleavage. I'm not asking for you to be in a bikini. I just need to judge how big they are now.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Just wear a t-shirt,
Yeah, wear a t-shirt. Come on, wear something loose fitting. Oh my god, I sound like a pervert.
But I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna sound like a woman elitist right now. Everything Stephanie wears on TV, it makes her look pregnant. But then she does like the Muscle and Fitness magazine, and it's like, holy shit.
I saw that Muscle and Fitness thing. I was like, damn, this bitch can break my neck. Realize that shit. Here's the really sad part. Now, does that turn me on? Nah, I don't think so.
There is no question. My dick was hard.
Yeah, well,
just as long as she doesn't have the China clitter dick.
Thank you. You know what? And with that, I can end this. We can end this on.
I'm hanging up now.
Yeah.
I'm not pressed.
We can end it on this though.
Hold on, wait. We need one more reference.
No.
X-Pac's ripped asshole.
All right, let's come on. What's the last question? Let's end it. Shut up, Corey.
Next month God. Next month is Night of Champions. Poor, oh my God. Sean Waltman doesn't need none of this.
I have a question.
Yeah, next month is Night of Champions.
What's
So
the point of Night of Champions if all the championships are defended at every single pay-per-view?
It's to bring prestige to each and every title.
What's the point of Night of Champions?
Well, there is no cruiserweight title, so I don't even know what the hell they're gonna do.
They should have gotten rid of Night of Champions after Chris Benoit.
Oh yeah,
I bought that pay-per-view because I was like, wait, what? Johnny Nitro?
Yeah, that
sucked.
sucked.
If anything, they're gonna keep. If anything, you need to keep it around. The only reason why you keep it around is, like you said, prestige or some bullshit like that. I don't know.
It's the only way we're going to get an Intercontinental title match and a U.S. Championship match on the show.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. There's nothing wrong about that.
And even that's not even like confirmed.
It's not good because it's Curtis Axel that has the IC belt. If it was somebody good, if they had an IC ladder match with two good people, I'd love to see that. That would be good TV.
Yeah.
I like Curtis Axel.
He stinks.
I like him. He doesn't stink. The problem about it is that his personality is
He's nothing like his dad. He's the exact opposite when it comes to personality.
And see that shit right there? I don't like doing that. I don't want to compare him to his dad. He's not fucking Kurt Hennig. Okay.
Here's the problem I have with Curtis Axel. He doesn't do anything great. He does everything by the book.
He does the perfect plex really well.
But he doesn't win with it. It's not a lockdown move. It's not lights out.
That's the thing that pisses me off. He doesn't win with that. And as a person that loves
the McGillicudder,
I'm going to show my age here. But I early on watching what pay-per-view was it? Who kicked out of the Perfect Plex the first time? Was it Bret Hart? It was Bret. Bret at SummerSlam.
Was it Ric Flair?
No, it was Bret.
It was Bulldog. I think it was Bulldog the first one to kick out of the Perfect Plex.
But when they kicked out of the Perfect Plex,
it was Bret.
It was Bret because Heenan was like, oh, he didn't have his fingers locked or some bullshit. It was Bret. Yeah. So when Bret first kicked out of the Perfect Plex, it's like, oh my God, it's never been done before. It was a shutdown move. And that was the only time anybody ever got out of it. And that's because Hennig was having the back issues and he was going out. This guy has never won with the Perfect Plex.
And now the Perfect Plex is like the figure four. Nobody wins with that shit.
Oh, yeah, no one. The fucking Miz.
Miz won with it once.
Speaking of which, I got to say this. I'm liking the fact that Miz is not wrestling. I'm a fan about it.
I'm with you.
This is coming from a guy that loves Miz when he's a heel. I'm glad he's not fucking wrestling right now.
I'm going to say this. I hope the thing they ran with Fandango tonight. Yeah, I gotta pronounce it correctly.
No, you don't. No, don't.
But the thing he did where he would just break into random promos dancing, that should be a thing.
That was cool.
No.
It was cool, but it wasn't pay-per-view cool.
You don't like good things, D. Shut up.
I paid $49 not to see the fucking Miz come out to pointless segments with Fandango.
Speaking of
At least we didn't hear his douchey-ass entrance music.
I came to... No, let me cut that out.
Hey, I like the thing.
Play!
It's a price to play. Come in and get on your knees and pray. Yeah.
You know what? The one thing I do have to say about that is the Miz don't win by the figure. That isn't a figure four, first off, okay?
It's a figure. Right? It's a figure 2.5, not a 3.5.
No, I don't even think it's a. I think it's like a leg twist. It doesn't warrant the word figure anything. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be accompanied by the number or the name of the word figure. So it's just like, I don't know, fucking Cleveland ankle lock.
Cleveland steamer. Because watching it is like getting shot on in the chest.
Anyway.
No, wow. I'm just a guest here.
Why do I do this with you? Every fucking 5 weeks we do this shit.
Because you love me.
All right. Anyway, anything else to say, guys, before we get off, though?
I'd like to say thanks for having me on. It was amazing. I'd love to do 3 Black Geeks sometimes. I'm a black geek. I'm not cool at all.
Dude, get in contact with us, man. We can see what happens, man.
Let me know.
Yeah, Rudy.
Perfect.
This has been actually pretty fucking awesome.
I told you. I told you I'd do it, and I'm glad I'm here. Thanks again for having me on. Appreciate that. You guys are fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks. Corey, anything?
I have to say this. When did Cody Rhodes actually start wearing knee pads?
It was one of those internet things that he probably fucking went and checked the dirt sheets and seen people making fun of him for it, and just said, "Oh, I should wear knee pads. I don't look as weird."
I don't know, man. I don't know. I never noticed it either, man. I don't know why they just never noticed that. I know the whole thing with him and the mustache had to do with
Yeah.
the shit that him and JBL has been doing on the little internet thing. I haven't watched that shit in like weeks.
I have a whole history rundown of Cody Rhodes' knee pads.
That's not weird, Corey, at all.
When he debuted, he wore the knee pads like Ric Flair did on his shins, and then he stopped wearing them.
The only thing I know about Cody is that he wears the little Triforce off of Zelda on his
Oh,
boots.
that's awesome.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
awesome.
That's all you need to know from me. Anyway, guys.
I hate Zelda, but that's awesome.
There you go. You heard about. Anyway,
Zelda is the John Cena of video games.
actually, no. For me, that's Metroid. Metroid. That's the way it is for Metroid. Oh my god, Metroid! Shut up.
The baby.
Anyway, that's the podcast.
Do Metroid fans actually acknowledge the existence of the other M, or is it like
That's it, Corey. Let me end this shit. We're done. That's it.
No,
That's it.
I'm just saying, is that the Metroid version of Beyonce being in a
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, folks.